Hello, I missed you. How are you? Welcome to another episode of The Diary of an Aquarius, another entry. Today, I feel like I haven't seen y'all in forever. Um, I have been doing a lot of preparing for this semester of college, and I I feel like that's been taking up all of my energy, but things are going well so far. Am I'm almost done with everything really. All I really have to do is just get some holds removed, and that's pretty much all I have to do. I just have to get the holes removed, register for classes. That's a big one. And then make sure that my dog's set up to come live in university housing with me. And that's it. And I also have an advisor meeting tomorrow. And then I have, or whenever I post this, I don't even know if I'm going to post this today, but if I do, the meeting's tomorrow. Um, and I have to go in person the next day to pick up my ID card. So I'm I'm spent. I'm definitely spread very thin right now. I feel like I fought and fought and fought um over the summer to have the best news possible all the time, to just come into things. I went into things really expecting to get good news all the time, 100% of the time. And I don't know if I've really talked about no, I actually haven't talked about expectations on my channel or anything like that, or in my podcast. I've never talked about my relationship with having expectations for outcomes and people and things, but um I have been on the receiving end of a lot of bad news lately, a lot of and not even bad news, just some minor hiccups that, when a bunch of minor hiccups happen, and then it's wow, is anything gonna go right? I feel like during that time, you just learn to really appreciate, um, you learn to appreciate the good news, even if it comes so sparingly. Like the little wins, you really learn to appreciate the little wins when it's so much going on at one time. And with my astrological cycle that I'm in right now, I'm being forced out of my place of control and forced into my place of letting things flow the way they do, and being kind of being on the receiving end of things. And I hate the whole masculine feminine energy thing, but being more in the letting things be rather than the doing. And so this time for me, I've been focusing on coping with things not going as planned, and a lot of things haven't gone as planned. And so that's really been forcing me to be okay, next thing. And so it hasn't killed me yet to give up my control, but it hasn't been easy either. So yeah. So yeah, I honestly just have been, yeah, getting a lot of bad news. Yeah, a lot of bad news, a lot of hiccups, a lot of things that I could perceive as being bad news, but sometimes lately I just haven't, I guess. I just accept that things won't always go my way. And as a person who has really aimed for things to go their way, and I have a full blown meltdown whenever things didn't go my way, I've been really, it feels like I'm a completely different person, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It really does feel like I'm a I deal with things completely different, because the more things unfold for me, I'm just okay. I've been saying okay a lot. It's interesting. It's an interesting feeling to be this new person now. And even if I'm not completely changed, to be this person who is okay with things not going my way, because I went to look for a campus job earlier today. I really did go down there mostly to like ask if they were hiring, and I showed up. I live 30 minutes away from, like, my house is 30 minutes away from campus, but I am moving in on campus. And so I drove basically across town to the campus to go to apply at this place. And so I showed up and I asked them, I was like, oh, are you guys hiring? And they were like, well, no, but let me go ask. And it didn't go the way I wanted it to go, the way I envisioned it going in my head. And so, of course, there was a little disappointment, like, this is a minor setback, but I didn't even take it as really a setback at all, because there's so many other options for me. But I just really am grateful for neuroplasticity, because neuroplasticity has helped me change a lot of my thought process and neural pathways, and it's amazing. It feels really, really good to change my neural pathways. I don't know, but I like it. I like the way it feels to have neuroplasticity. I think that's another thing that I'm grateful for. Like today, because I started doing these gratitude lists, and doing the gratitude list, I would do them in my notes app, and I did a lot of them a few weeks ago. I haven't really been doing them lately. I need to get back on it. I've been doing the gratitude list because so many things were going wrong in one day for me for a while. It felt like we're in Mercury retrograde right now. Like, as I'm recording this, we are currently in Mercury retrograde. And being in Mercury retrograde, or Mercury is in Gatorade, we think that, oh, it's just horrible. This is just terrible. But it really is just forcing you to approach things a different way. Just like this astrological cycle of mine that I'm in right now, it's forcing me to think about things a different way and approach things a different way. That's why I said, like, I was getting so much bad news. I was getting rejected, and the money wasn't coming when I wanted it to, and I was just trying to force things. I wasn't connecting with this person, and this person couldn't hang out with me, and I was spending a lot of time alone, and I was just having to flip my life inside out. Because this time, I was really like, I really did one night, I was like, what is going on in the stars for me right now? Because it feels a little unstable. So I checked, and that's how I found out that I was in this season of my life, this cycle of my life, until basically March of next year. And so, yeah, this place that I went to apply at was like, oh, well, we're only hiring for next semester, so the spring. So I'm like, okay. It feels a lot better to say okay instead of being like, this sucks. This is another setback. Now I have to, like, and then I spiral into all these other things, and it just turns to something else. And no, I didn't approach things that way, which I'm grateful for. And I don't know. I'm learning to, like, accept the good news when it comes and not try to force it into existence, because trying to force good news into existence is staggering. I hate it. I hate the way that I used to approach things, and that I would, not externally, because I've never been the kind of person to have a full-blown meltdown externally. Like, if I'm crashing out and you can see it, I'm at my wit's end. Because normally, well, I'm engineered mentally to just suppress, which is not healthy at all, but that's the way I'm engineered. I'm really working through it. I am engineered to just like take it in stride and not say anything and to suffer in silence. And I never outwardly have a meltdown about anything. It's kind of an internal meltdown, and I feel my nervous system is dysregulated. I feel like I'm going to pass out with so much that's going on. And then my body starts to reflect the changes. My body always reflects changes. My skin will just start being blotchy and gross and pimply, and my period may be late, and all of these things, all of these very human things happen. I honestly just lost my train of thought. I don't even know why I was talking about that, but yeah. But I think I was talking about like approaching things differently and how I'm like haven't been the type of person to like melt down. But I never have been that kind of person to just melt down. And so I just am doing things differently, I guess is what I want to say. I feel like I if I am crashing out and you can see it, and like I'm literally on the brink of collapse, I really am at my wit's end. I really am. And it rarely gets like that, but trying to be so in control of everything and try to like make the good news happen, make the things happen, try to make these plans happen, even with like everything in the universe saying no, 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 no. And the universe basically forcing me to, change the way I go about things. Everything is just really different. Everything is really, really different. And so, yeah, I don't know. I'm just really grateful for the universe at this point. Like, at this point in my life, I'm really grateful for how things are unfolding. And I'm grateful that I stopped feeling so defeated by having to spend time by myself. I was feeling like this is the last resort. Like, this is it for me. This is the lowest of the low. But it really wasn't. It really hasn't been. And the universe was literally forcing me to spend time with myself, to rediscover all of these things, and to stop using external things as an escape from being in my own company, which is really, really good company. It's fun. It's actually, oh God, it's a lot of fun. And I'm able to take care of a lot of things too by just being on my own and just doing this video diary thing that I do, and posting on Spotify, and journaling, and watching a bunch of movies. Last night actually, I literally started binging Andy Samberg's movies, because ever since I started Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I've been in love with Andy Samberg, and that's that. That is that. Andy Samberg, if you're watching this, yeah, hey. Anyways, but yeah, I really like the way life is going, because another thing that my chart, or not even my chart, my favorite little astrology app, the pattern said, is that during this time, I'm learning to reduce the urge for me to act and to do things and to shoulder everything without receiving support from others, or without asking for support from others. And I have been asking for help a little bit lately, and like working through that resistance to me asking for help for things, from things. I don't know. I am really working through that, and it's fun. It's not 100% fun, but I can definitely feel and see the results from working through these issues. And I have not been doing it alone by any means, like just with saying affirmations in the mirror or journaling. I do use subliminals, which are like affirmations that bypass the subconscious mind, and so I like to do the ones that are very general and are very like deep seated to work on some of my subconscious beliefs. I should start talking about subconscious beliefs on here because there's so much that goes into it, and I feel like I could do some good with talking about the things that I learned so far on my spiritual journey and with undoing some of the beliefs that I had about myself and how I'm able to get these results from things from these lessons, these life lessons I'm supposed to be learning. I've been kind of just powering through it, and it feels better already, which is crazy. But yeah, I do use subliminals. I do use nighttime affirmations and repeating affirmations in the mirror sometimes, along with these different channels. But I think I should talk about that more often because I am really, really interested in neuroscience and manifestation and spirituality and stuff like that. I feel like it's helped me become a better person and a better me, and to help strengthen a relationship with myself a little bit. But yeah, so I think I'm going to end it here. We are 16 minutes in, and I think this is going to be my longest one because I just ranted. It really did feel very podcasty today, but I mean, that's it. This was very messy, but authentic nonetheless. So yeah, I hope that you have a good day and that you stay cool because it's very hot outside in Texas and or wherever you're watching. I hope you have a good day and see you next time.